Yeah, empty bottles of red wine laying on the floor from last night. We got a little drunk, yeah. Now I'm a little numb. Spending hours by your bedside, talking till it's dark out somehow. Can get you off my.
Hi, you guys. Welcome back to Snack Cackle Talk. I'm your host, Lacey, and today is Freestyle Thursday. So, I'm going to give you guys a few minutes to hop on board while I continue to get everything set up. Okay. Okay. So, I think I have everything set up. At least I think. Okay. So, I try to do an upload soon as the news hit. But like I said, I am one YouTuber that do not know how to YouTube. And I basically was trying to put forth my response on when the news broke because I asked you guys on Hot Topic Tuesday what were the consequences for the actions behind the defensive coordinator Jeff Obrich's son making that prank call to Shadeur. So my response was basically that you have a lot of people out here, a lot of people, black and white, that are pro Shadeur, like they are against Shadeur. And I don't know what this young man has done to you guys. Okay. This young man is excited. He is ready for the NFL. And I'm concerned now, is the NFL ready for Shadeur? Yes, you got good players that have come before Shadeur. You will have good players come while you have Shadeur, and you will have players directly after him. So come on now. Like, they come a dime a dozen. And I don't know why everybody is up in arms about this young man's excitement and stating he needs to humble himself for what he's excited. He has every right to be excited. You know what I mean? Like, leave this young man alone. I know Shador had a video out there where he was saying just 2 days before the draft that he was having bad dreams. Okay, I believe in that. A bad spirit is after this young man. The devil was trying to test him, definitely. You know what I mean? He has God on his side. Okay, he has God on his side, and I'm very glad for his spirituality that he has his faith and everything like that. And because judging by how everybody is against this young man, including the NFL, now they want to make money off of him. They ain't stupid. Now, I'm upset in um, why they took a personal vendetta against Shador because of his father. Now, everybody is saying, well, it's because of Dion, it's because of Dion. Shador is not Dion. He is not Dion. Yes, he is being raised, guided, and loved by his father. And there's nothing wrong with Dion setting his son up for success. Why y'all mad about that is beyond me. Now, a lot of people posting videos that, well, The NFL, the organization, they have to think about what they're getting when they take on Shadeur. They have to think about um, how he's gonna act. Is it always gonna be a show? In After the games and everything, it should be. He's excited, and if he performs well and they win, why not show that excitement? Why not? That is not arrogance. Stop calling the young man arrogant because he's prideful. He's excited. He's happy. He's successful. Let him be as you would be if you were in his shoes. I know I would be if I was in his shoes. So I'm not understanding why everybody has a problem with this kid. And to take it out on him, he is not Dion's only son. And all of this is taken away from Dion's other son that got drafted. And I hope both of them show their I hope they show their asses on the field. I really do. Now, my concern with Shadeur is that video surfaced like when they called his name out that the Browns was drafting him. They didn't seem like they was all that excited to have him. And then to have a video out of them telling him that he basically has to earn his spot. He already earned it. And y'all, according to what everybody's saying, y'all barely a good team. Y'all barely a decent, shall I say, not a good, a barely a decent team. So you should have been overjoyed to have Shadeur on your team. And if Dion steps in from time to time to counsel his son, you should be glad that he did it because look at how he turned around Colorado. It might benefit the Browns. I understand that no coach wants a parent to overstep their boundaries. I understand that. My husband was a football coach, and you always had parents getting in the way. But in this case, if you are a team that's practically a losing team, y'all need all the help y'all can get. And I hope that Shadeur is that for that team. I really do hope that that he brings them what they need to get them up out of their little losing rut or whatever. Like, I'm told that, okay, yeah, they win games and stuff like that, but we need y'all to get into the playoffs. We need y'all to win championships, and we need y'all to go to state. I mean, go to the Super Bowl. That's what we need. And if Shador gets you to that point, I'm gonna need for everybody that's doubting this young man to humble yourself and apologize to this young man. Okay. But like I said, my concern with Shador being on the Browns is that they're not going to use him as they should. I feel like they're going to get him on that team and then they're going to bench him. That I honestly feel like they're just going to bench him. Because why did y'all draft two quarterbacks? Y'all had no intentions of drafting Shador. Y'all was just doing what y'all was told to do. Y'all didn't want him. And why? I don't know why you didn't want him, considering y'all need all the help that y'all can get. But I don't have a team. I don't have a team that I support right now. But because everybody is so against Shadeur, I am going to support Shadeur and watch the Browns. I'm not a Browns fan. I am a Shadeur Sanders fan. So I'm gonna, if you guys have anything to say about this topic, hey, y'all just jump in and let me know, okay? Because I can just go on and pretty much forget that I'm actually talking to other people. But on another note, um, this apology. Now let's touch base on this, the Falcons apology. Now, from my understanding, like Jeff Obrich, he has a video out where he's apologizing for his actions on basically being irresponsible, for leaking this information, leaving it out in the open and available to his son and his friends. Now, like I said, I believe that he had something to do with it because I just don't see anybody leaving that open, and I don't see it staying open once you walk away from it for so long. Because, like I said, my tablet goes off after 5 minutes because I'm always working on my laptop. My laptop will go off after so many minutes. So, and my computer does too. Mm. So, and definitely my phone is so many seconds because you value the information that you have in these devices. And being that you are a very important figure that's a part of the Falcons, why would you leave that just unlocked? I don't think you left it open. I think you left it unlocked. Or you gave your son the password to it. Either you gave him the password at some point and he remembered, and you never expected your son to do something like this. I get it. He is grown. He acts on his own accord. And I wonder if he understands what he actually did was wrong. Making him apologize is not an apology. Once you make the joke, yes, everybody knows that, okay, it was a joke. Yes, it was meant to be funny until it wasn't. It was funny until it wasn't funny. Now, me myself, I didn't see it as a joke. I saw it as this was an important event for this young man. He was excited to hear from this team. Clearly, this team was a part of the teams that was on his list that he would hope would call him. And then you let him down on live TV and publicly humiliate him because he was excited, and he got excited for no reason. I mean, that's what I saw. And everybody that is familiar with comedians, you know, jokes cost money. So, for those of y'all that still think that this was a joke, why don't you guys send them some GoFundMe money and help them pay that $350,000 since it was so funny, and pay your seat at that table for that joke that you thought was funny. Help them pay that fine since you still don't understand why they should hold the consequence of that caliber. Now, Jeff Obridge, in my opinion, should be the one to foot the bill. Not the Falcons. He himself should foot that bill. So he got slapped on the wrist by being charged $100,000, but he should have been footing the full bill. Now, $100,000, that is not any play money. That's not monopoly money. That is some serious cash. So, are you gonna hold your son accountable for that $100K that he cost you? He can't afford it. He can't afford it. So, how are you going to make him pay you back for what he cost you? An apology is not going to cut it. And hopefully this $100K that he cost you personally is enough to make him reconsider his actions first and think about the consequences behind those actions, and then decide if whether or not he still want to joke around with it and play with people. Because how would he feel? How would you feel as a dad, as a parent that go through that if someone put your child through that and sent your child a prank call? How would you feel? And then it was publicly put out there to humiliate him. He was already Shadeur is already being humiliated by the NFL. And even though he has the understanding that it's because of his dad, that doesn't tell him why he's being punished. Everybody knows that that boy should not have, that young man, let me stop calling him a boy, that young man should not have fallen in that draft. Everybody knows that. So for him to verbally voice that, today was not to be as expected, we all know that today shouldn't have happened, but it did. But basically, at the end of the day, we gonna rise above it, and I'm still happy and excited. And now it's time to show him. So to say he needs to humble himself for what? He is humble, because he could have said, "I don't want to play for y'all. Y'all sorry." I don't want to be on the. I don't want to go pro that bad to play for a sorry team. He didn't say that. He didn't. He's like, okay, you put me on the sorry team. Now it's time to show you the mistake you made. That's humble. Now, y'all need to get y'all life and leave that young man alone, because he is on the up and up. It's only up from here for Shadeur. And I really hope to see him excel above all heights of what anybody expected him to do. So I am going to support Shadeur. And fortunate for the Browns, I'm going to watch the Browns because of Shadeur. Other than that, I wouldn't waste my time on the Browns. But I'm going to watch the Browns this year because Shadeur is on that team. Um, but yeah, everybody's sitting up here thinking that it's just a joke. No, that joke costs money, $350K. I'm glad that was the consequence. It's an unfair consequence for the Falcons. The Falcons should make Jeff Obridge pay for that. They should maybe y'all need to deduct it out of his pay. Even though y'all got fined the 350, maybe he should pay. I mean the 250, and he got fined 100K. He should pay the full amount, because it's because of him that all of this happened. He's the starting point that jumped it all off, in my opinion. Now today is Freestyle Thursday, where anything goes. Now I have my cards here. Monica was gonna join me, but unfortunate for her, she has her grandkids, and she was really trying to be here today. Um, so I'm gonna make this a short one. Plus, I gotta go to work. I got homework I gotta do tonight before I leave, and so I'm gonna take the time to go through two of these loving list cards, and then I'll go through a few of my date night cards for you guys. And so if you feeling kinky and feel like being freaky, I got the loving list cards. I'm gonna read two of them. Like I say, these come with four things, four tasks for whoever they feel like doing them want to do. Okay, so the first card is find the most public place you could think of to have sex. What is the most public place besides the park? Other than that, I mean, you got the mall, you got the restaurants, and that's not uncommon considering the fact that you have a lot of that happening in movies, where people go to the restaurants and they and for some and parties and clubs and all that kind of stuff, and they have bathroom sex. I don't know. The public bathroom's too nasty for me, but they do it. They do it. Um, let's see. Now I can see it happening at the park. Even I have done that at the park. Um, let's see. Tongue bathe your naked lover from the waist up. That's a lot of tongue action. I'm just saying. Uh, three. Go wild and buy a Okay. Okay, y'all. The things these cars say, and I'm gonna have to look this up just to see if this is a thing, okay? But for them to say it, it must be. Go wild and buy a penis and clone a the JJ. It says the P word of the JJ kit and make a custom rubber toy for your lover. Now look at her. That was like a builder man. No, thank you. No, thank you. I will pass. Now I'm gonna have to. Now I'm gonna have to see if I can find this because now I'm curious. I swear the stuff that they be putting on here is crazy. And I can't make this up, y'all, okay? I cannot. I'm finna look this up real quick. I'm finna look this up. And to look this up. Because I have never in my life heard of any silliness like this. Look at it. It's in a box. I'm not finna play. Clone a Willy light tone latex penis molding kit. Wow. Wow. That's crazy. I I never would have thought. Never would have thought. Now, oh man, I want to put this on here, but it's gonna cause all this interference and all that nonsense. So I'm not gonna mess around with it today. But y'all, I'm gonna try to find a way to show y'all this clone of Willie penis, a light tone latex penis molding kit. For those of you that feeling freaky, my thing is to have these kind of cars, you have to have something like that on hand. Cause who's sitting around here with a molding kit for sex play? You know what I mean? Lord have mercy. Okay, number 4 is tell your lover how much you love them and why. Okay, that's a repeat. I've seen that on another card or two before. That's funny. Okay, so the second card says, brush your partner's hair for at least 20 minutes. We've we've done that before. Describe the first time you had sex in a car. I think everybody pretty much done probably had car sex. And the first time I had sex in a car was with Mr. Wilson. And I had to have been probably right at 18. If not 18, then 19. But by the time I was 19, a few months after I turned 19, we got married. So, but it was between 18 and 19. Uh, describe in detail the juiciest body you can think of. I have no idea. I have no idea. Relate how you really feel about anal sex or the prospect. Listen, it's meant to for stuff to come out, not go in. That's all I got to say. That is all I have to say. Recap. Let's do a recap because, baby, I ain't gonna be able to do it. Let's do a recap on this. Let's do a recap. Okay, so the recap is find the most public place you can think of to have sex. Tongue bathe your naked lover from the waist up. Go wild. Now, I'm curious about this if y'all do it. Go wild and buy a clone of penis and clone of the JJ, which is the P word, kit, and make a custom rubber toy for your lover. Let me find out that both of us both of us make this kit for each other, and we don't need each other no more because we got the kit. No, thank you. I think I'll just stick with the real thing. Uh, tell your lover how much you love them and why. Okay, and the second card was brush your partner's hair for at least 20 minutes, which we had that little thing before. Describe the first time you had sex in a car. Describe in detail the juiciest body you could think of. And relate how you really feel about anal sex or the prospect. The loving list. If you feeling freaky, there you go. Lordy, 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 Miss Claudia. Now let's get into these date night cards, okay? I'm just gonna say I'm gonna read four. I'm gonna read four cards, okay? My thing is getting pretty thin, so I'm gonna read four cards. The first card. What do you consider to be husband slash wife only benefits? Um, bank account information. Mm, life insurance policies. Mm, mm, I have no idea. I have no idea. Um, if we're speaking orally, if you're into that kind of thing, and if that's agreed upon in your relationship and in your marriage, then oral should be a husband and wife thing. Um, I don't know. I really don't know. And then it says, should these benefits be given while dating? No, that's the whole purpose and why it's a husband and wife benefit. No, you don't give away too much while you're just dating. No. Um, second card. Do you believe in living together before marriage? Why or why not? Why does it feel like I read this card before? Yes, I believe in living together before marriage. Simply because living with that person can show you a lot that just dating them and going to their house and picking them up doesn't show you. So yes, I believe that it's beneficial to live together. It's unfortunate to have to play house and fornicate and all that, but it is a necessity. Um, what is your honest opinion about me? I don't know why that card is in here. Don't know why. So I'm gonna pull an extra card. Uh, if I'm speak, if I'm speaking to someone I'm on a date with, I don't have an honest opinion because I'm trying to get to know you. Now, if I go by just judging by meeting you at first sight, then that's still not an honest opinion per se. Because, like I said, I don't know you. I'm just judging by just the first appearance of just meeting you just right on point. It might not actually be who you really are. Uh, do you watch porn? It depends. That sex porn stuff? No. No, I do not. I do watch movies that do include sex scenes in it, but I do not watch porn. If so, what's your favorite kind to watch? If I'm going to watch anything with sex in it, it has to be um, scenic. Not just a house with a bed and a couch and rooms in it. Not nothing like that. So I guess I should change. Like it has to have a theme. It has to be alluring. It has to be um, inviting. It pleasurable, pleasing to watch, sensual. It has to look like it has meaning. Basically, I can't watch just raw porn sex the way that they do it. No, it all looks forced. I can't watch that. Do you feel porn is appropriate to view while in a relationship? I mean, to each his own. I think Mr. Wilson is the first person that introduced me to porn, and I didn't like it, and so we didn't watch it. And I showed and told that I did not like it. So to each his own. You do what your relationship allows you to do. And if your relationship allows you to watch porn, then have at it. Binge watch it if you love it. But I don't I do not need porn in my life. I don't have to have that. That could actually be in the trash, like gone. I don't have to. It doesn't turn me on whatsoever. Okay, so I'm gonna pull one more card because I really didn't like that other card. Okay, you and your significant other finish having sex. While you are washing up in the bathroom, you overhear them starting to masturbate. How do you hear masturbation? Unless they're loud, they're making noises. What would be your, it says vor with a VOUR, but I'm sure they meant your. What would be your response? I mean, I could go in there and ask him, did I not satisfy him, you know, or if he wanted more, you know, I could do that. But 9 times out of 10, I have no idea really. Um, I have no idea. Not 9 times out of 10 though, I probably would ask, you know, if he just basically didn't get fulfilled, because that's what that sounds like. Like maybe she got hers, but he didn't get his, but he was okay with being done because maybe he knows his partner, and so he knows that his partner is done, and he has to finish himself off. Then If it's something like that, then there's nothing that I can say or do but let him finish, especially if I'm done. Hopefully that would not be the case, because if I'm not aware that I got mine but he didn't get his, then that would make me feel bad. you know. Um, so I guess it just depends on the person and the circumstances behind why he's doing it, you know. And that's the same thing that can pretty much go for a female. If the man is done and he went into the bathroom to clean himself up, and or even she goes in the bathroom and cleans herself up, but then while she's in there, she's masturbating because she didn't get fulfilled sexually. You know, that's really communicating with your partner. You know, letting your partner know, like, hey, I didn't get mine, but you got yours. Now, if your partner ain't trying to help you reach your peak because they got their peak first, because 9 times out of 10, maybe they just don't have, that was the peak of their stamina, and that's all they had to give. And say y'all don't, he or she is not into the oral to help you reach your climax, and you have to do it yourself. If y'all not married and you're not attached to this person, that would be the time to reconsider your partner. Now, if you don't care, then just go in the bathroom and continue to satisfy yourself. But I just felt like if I got to satisfy myself and finish myself off, I'm either going to get me a partner on the side to do the job, or I'm going to leave y'all together and get me a partner to do the job. But open communication comes first. I'm going to tell you first, especially if it's you that I'm with, then I want you to be the one to satisfy me. But if you tell or show me signs that you're not willing to help me reach my climax, and you're all about making sure you get yours, then yeah, we're done. It's going to be a done deal. So I'm just going to find somebody that's into satisfying both of us, making sure that we are both satisfied. Because in the end, it's about both of you. Other than that, if you don't care, then there ain't nothing to be done about it, because you don't care. I care. I'm just saying. Now, I am going to be back on here for Relationship Saturday. And I would love for you guys to join me when I come on here for Relationship Saturday. If you haven't done so already, hit the like button. Tell me what you think on my topics so far. If you missed some, go back, because they're only going to be on Facebook for 30 days. And then it's not me, but Facebook does not keep these. So they do get deleted. But they are up forever and a day on YouTube, on my Snack Calcle Talk page. And that is Calcle with a K. Okay? You can always go to YouTube, and even if you don't have an account, YouTube will at least allow you to watch it. But if you have an account, I would love for you to take a moment out of your day and subscribe to my channel. Show your girl a little bit of support. I would be very appreciative. If you miss me on this upcoming Saturday, I will be back here again on the next Hot Topic Tuesday. So yes, I am streaming on here 3 days a week. That is Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Saturdays. For those of you that might enjoy listening to me talk, who knows? But other than that, I appreciate everybody that jumps on board, that watches me, that listens to me, that follows me, that likes me. I appreciate it. I really, really do. And I will see you guys next time. Have fun like I have fun. Bye.
Bye, bye, bye. Maybe we should take it slow. I don't feel too comfortable jumping into something new right now.